What have we got here besides wind noise? Well, we've got another dump pick, of course. This one's a Maxim, which I've actually done a hair bit of research before I actually started shooting this video. It's a dump pick, as seen conditions, so it's alright. Maxim is a company out of Mississippi, and they make power equipment, mostly tillers, ground rollers, things like that. I don't know anything about this particular unit itself, except they call a mini tiller, which is kind of cool. And there's nothing at the moment blatantly wrong with it. It's they call it a mini tiller, 3.5 horse. New ones actually have a Honda motor on them, apparently. Their website's still there. You can go visit it. They've got all sorts of tillers. This one's a mid-90s model. If you go by the date code on the Briggs, it's a 1996 motor, so if it's the original motor, then that's the age of the tiller. They say it's a mini, and I believe it. It's probably not the biggest unit. I think those are 8-inch tines. But I gave it a yank or two, and it's got compression, so I don't actually know what's wrong with it. It seems to be whole. So we're going to drag it on over to the Quonset there. And let's go ahead and take a closer peek, check some stuff, and maybe hit the old go button, see if she'll run. It's not necessarily brighter here, but we are out of the wind, so the audio will be a little bit better. Looks like this tiller has seen some life, maybe in storage. Tillers typically only run for a couple hours a year, right? First impressions is we've got some soot coming out of the exhaust, which it's not wet, so maybe we're not having oil consumption issues. This is fairly dented, so it's been a little roughed up in its life, but the clutch appears to work, so that cable is free, and the throttle doesn't, which is neat because here's the choke, and it's a newer style of the old style of carburetor on these old flathead Briggs, so that's interesting. Neat part about these Maxims is they have an oil check. So here's the fill, and on one of the models I saw on YouTube, great place for videos by the way, there is or was, apparently not on this one, a place to check the oil in the chain drive. It consists of, at least the bigger units, the model numbers off this one, there's actually a chain drive here and a big sprocket here, so I guess that this one only has the one. My model number is gone, which is kind of crappy, because there's the Maxim manufacturing and then where it was and the serial number, and there's no model number, so it's a mini, right? You have that there. Like I said, 96 Briggs, which obviously still doing flatheads. A lot of oil everywhere, but that's not crazy, mostly based on the fact that, you know, it leaks out of here. Authorized service center Larson's Auto Electric is out of Stettler, so may have been sold locally. Typical pulley, probably a 2-inch on a 3/4 inch shaft. Nothing fancy there. Some crap wrapped around it. More oil. That oil could be out of the seal, or it could be just drainage from the motor. Who knows? Does it have any oil? That's the first question. Hate to crank on this thing and not have it any oil. Not really. This is where I'd take like the oil out of the Subaru and put it in there, but we'll go ahead and top that off, I guess, because it will turn over. That's the key. It does have compression, but clearly something's not right. Could be the tiller's broken. My understanding is I've seen a couple YouTube videos where the chain breaks. Happens, right? But at least it's got some sort of means for preventative maintenance. I'm guessing maybe oil level is checked there. I hate to take bolts out of these things because it's supposed to be submersed, and that says put Lucas oil in me. That's all it says. It's like something sticky and keeps me lubricated. A little shaft here, so it's not looking for a lot of RPMs. They rotate around 85 rotations per minute, and cute little air filter too. So the throttle's stuck, which I'll have to undo, and it's got no oil, so let's put some oil in it. So the throttle works if you wiggle the cable, so we're at mid-throttle. We'll put the choke on to choke. Usually it's a pull, so that's old school. Low oil could mean we're burning oil. I should probably get some headphones on, but I don't have to because for some reason they're on this electric mower right here. So let's see what we can get by just pulling on the darn thing. I did check it for gas, but clearly that's not working. So let's pee a little gas down the carburetor, see if that helps. Pee gas on everything while we're here. Well, that's super duper promising. Need some throttle. Oof. Come on, sunshine. So it really seems like it's got fuel starvation issues. So that's just the carb rebuild away. Neat. Have to put that on the carburetor rebuild schedule. But that'll be a cool introductory video for this one. I might not get to it this year, to be honest with you. It's a tiller, it's end of tiller season, it's the fall, but it runs, it doesn't smoke excessively, and this could be quite the machine. So you got any questions, go ahead and ask them. I don't know much, but the internet has lots of information about these, so that's cool versus like my MPD tiller and stuff like that. I'm also gonna look for, go ahead and look for, I'm gonna do a video on all the tillers I have, because frankly, it's way too many. Can I point to another one in here? No. Yes, there's another one right there. Jeez. Anyway, so if you really want to see a video on this one, it's just a typical brakes flathead carburetor rebuild. Let me know. Otherwise, just leave a comment. Things I got to work on is, you know, for a tiller, I like stiff handles, and this thing's too loose. It's even loose there. So we got to tighten that up and check on the belts and crap like that and put some oil on the spinny thingy there. But we'll go with that. You guys have a good day. I need a slow-mo intro. We'll just pan the machine.